What'd you do over the weekend?
Just pouted at pouted at the house.
Okay. Mike wants to, how did that work for you?
Not too well.
Not too well. Not too well. What's up?
Let's see. I think I just been in a funk lately. Just I don't know, just down down on myself.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
What do you think was doing that? What was the source of the funk? Do you know?
I don't know. I feel like I just have a lot of addictions
Okay. Okay.
that, and like my work isn't thriving.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So between the then I just smoke cigarettes or drink alcohol or watch Netflix or just do all this stupid stuff
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that isn't productive, and I know it. So then I'm beating myself up for that. But then I'm like, not as an excuse, but I'm like addicted to them, and I know I am, and it's pathetic. And then I can't get myself motivated to go out and just hike around and get active because I just get so down on myself. And then, I'm not making tons of money or, jamming with work. So
Okay.
I'm just like been in a funk.
Yeah, well, the addictions are tough. They're addictions, and so it's not like, okay, well, just make changes. Not so easy. They wouldn't be called addictions if they was easy to change. So, it's a double-headed deal. One is the addiction itself, but probably just as bad as then you're feeling, that you're underperforming as a result of it.
Well, that
Weak as a result of it.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's easier to kick an addiction when you got some passionate thing going in life,
That's true.
But then if it's like, oh, woe is me,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, I'll just smoke another cigarette, But if if I'm passionate about something, then it's like I'm busy doing something.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
it's harder to quit doing the stuff, the addictions
Yeah.
when.
Well, that's a good point. One of the ways to kick an addiction is to replace it with, I'm going to call it another addiction, and the other addiction is passionate about something.
Something
We
more
call it
positive.
addiction. I'm just like, I'm addicted to my work. I'm addicted to making a good living. We could call it addiction because it's so compelling, and you just naturally do it. So yeah, replacing it with an addiction. And you need passion in it. I agree.
Yeah, and that's been the issue. I can't get self motivated enough to go. I really want to go. It's like I want to go hike and get in better shape because I don't like being. I'm like feel like I'm really out of shape and fat, and I want to get in better shape, but I just can't bring myself to do it. I'll just go smoke another cigarette, even though I know that's like all negatives to that. But it doesn't even barely make me feel better, but it's just like an addiction. I don't want to keep saying that word as an excuse.
No, it's true though. It's just a fact. It's not an excuse. It's just a fact. Hey, I have addictions, and I think that's good. You talk to the AA people. Yes, I have an addiction.
Yeah.
I think it's good to know what your problem is. I have an addiction. It's this. It's this. It's this. It's this. And I know that that's not positive. It's not a positive addiction. So maybe we should make a delineation as positive addictions versus negative addictions. And you've identified a couple of negative ones.
Yeah, I feel like I have a lot of negative ones right now. I feel like I'm ruining my life. So, and then now it's making it harder to move forward. And then I thought I wanted to maybe get a little side job somewhere, but I can't even bring myself to getting out of my bubble. So that, because it's like I make enough money to get by doing my business, but it's not something, as we know, that can really grow.
Right.
So I'm just like stuck
Right.
so I'm beating myself up more because I felt like I was a puss and couldn't follow through and get a little side job, and then I used the excuse, so I got my dog all the time for and I have that in my head so I just feel like everything is pathetic about me.
Okay.
I'm really low about myself.
Right.
So that's been my problem this weekend. I feel like it's just getting steadily worse and worse.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know what to do.
All right. We know what your natural design is, because we spent a whole bunch of years really looking at that, and we know that you have one of the highest propensities for low self-esteem. So you come to the table naturally with low self-esteem. Even though you're a highly intelligent person, you can perform all kinds of things. It really doesn't matter about your performance, because you have high performance. Inside, there's still that voice saying, you're not worthy, you're messed up, you're not going to amount to anything, you're not going anywhere. Whatever your voices are saying, you have negative voices, but you have them as in-depth as anybody has them. So most of us have addictions, but when you add the addictions to then that low self-esteem that's off the charts for you, it makes it really difficult. And as we've talked before, that's going to be a natural bent to go to the negative side. If you don't take a proactive side, and it requires work and energy, of course, to build yourself up or help others build yourself, you'll just naturally go down. And we know that, we've seen that, we battle that, and from one weekend to another, it changes.
Yeah.
We also know that a big factor to going down is the E word that we use. How much
energy? Yeah.
So how would you rate your energy over the weekend?
I mean, I guess it was low. I know after the holidays, I did do a bunch of stuff with people, and just more elevated energy to deal with all that. So I don't know.
Right. And we know that your lowest energy is relationship energy. Physical energy, you have more. You have actually a ton of intellectual energy. You're where you have the least amount of energies in the relationship side.
Yeah.
But all the energies are integrated. So holidays, they just like absorb energy up the kazoo. There's a party here, a party there, this, there. You're going all over the place. And we know the recovery time isn't necessarily a day. Okay, the holiday's over, I get my energy back. No, it depends how much you burned off.
Yeah.
And then you put yourself into a funk where you're not going to get the energy back up, where you're in that funk, and those negative thoughts just invade. I hear you. Right?
Yeah, then I repeat whatever negative thoughts bugging me the most. I recite it in my head.
Okay.
Even though I know it's not helping, I just naturally do that.
You do, unfortunately. So. And the reason I'm saying this in part is that you're beating yourself up. I understand that. But on the other hand, that's your natural design, and it's really hard to get outside your natural design. So it's not as though you're some type of a wimp or whatever language
that's what I feel
you were
like.
using. That's not really true. You're actually very strong, but you have to battle battles that other people don't have to battle.
Yeah.
And overall, I'm saying you do really well.
Yeah, it just seems like life is too hard. I just go to bed and wish a tree would fall on me. I hear you. It is hard.
It's you can't take away, and as you know, I don't try to sugarcoat the pain. By saying, it'll pass, or buck up, a bunch of nonsense. Those that have your design, it's tough, period. And but it requires continuous work.
Yeah.
And the other thing that we know too pretty well is you can't do it on your own. You need some type of a buddy system, or whatever we want to call it, a coach or something. It's just too hard, because I know that from time to time when you get really low, or it's going to go in a bad place, you pick up the phone and call me.
Yeah.
I'm glad you do it, and we made a pact. When you get there, call me. Don't think twice about it. It's not an invasion of my privacy or any negative. Put nothing on it but call. So we hope that other people who have your same design you know, they have somebody that knows them, and they can call them and just talk it through, because more often than not, we know that when you talk things through, it's a big help.
Well, that's a problem. Most people, like, you're the only person I know that knows me. My mom too, because you know, just all the things you've taught her and me about natural designs and mine. But other people, they probably don't have anybody, because I mean, the only person I ever had was you that knew. And yeah,
so the other people who had the same weekend you had, you're right. Where do they go? Who knows them to the degree that I know you and you know you?
Because if you talk to the wrong person, it just gets worse, because they take it as your own negative, you know, and they can't handle it. So then they put it, you know, they're like, well, this person's. Then they say something more you know, why are you this way?
Right.
Then it just makes you worse, so you can't talk to anybody.
Right. No, wow, that's true. That's true. So, wow, we really,
And it's like the littlest, you know, I'm so sensitive on the littlest things. I feel like such an idiot.